Hey guys, how's it going? It is Carter here, and we're back with episode 6 of UMRV Rags to Riches, the $1 challenge where we started with $1 on this farm, one measly little tractor, and one combine, and we are seeing how far we can get. In today's episode, I think we are buying cows. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm pretty sure that's the plan. We have one tractor going on course play right now with fertilizer, and we have our white hauling soybeans. We're just gonna have it ready at Suncor tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a spike in the price of soybeans. Today's May, it's down here. Tomorrow it should be up here. Let's actually check the price to see if we lose our ass or not. So Suncor is at 977. We're out of curiosity. I've never driven to it. I've never seen it. Where is Country View Dairy? Is it worth the drive to wherever that is? It's in town. We might actually end up taking this load to town because that's depending on if the price goes up or down. We might completely, lose our ass on this price, but who knows? We will see. So I actually think we can kind of come back tomorrow. There's not really much going on. The fertilizer contracts almost are going to be done. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, actually. All right, guys, we are back. We followed the prices all night. I was just kind of getting ready to see which direction I'd be heading. I was also getting ready to hook up the John Deere to this just so wherever we were going would be quicker, but turns out Suncor is going to be the place. I will show you guys the price in a second here. Let me just get through this long and windy driveway first, then we will review what happened throughout the night and the roller coaster of prices that happened, and it was actually very interesting to follow. Suncor was really at the bottom of the list as far as big places to sell pretty much all night, and then last minute at about 5:30 the price jumped at Suncor, so very convenient for me. And I wish we had more beans to sell, but unfortunately we do not. One thing I would like to possibly try in the future, which is just, it's way in the future, but once we get some legit fields going and some cash crops going, I think we're going to try to ship everything to Minneapolis by train. But we're going to have a lot of harvest to justify something like that. But that is on the long-term docket because it just seems fun. It's been a while since I've used trains, and it seems like they're not as prominent in FS22. So let's take a look at the prices quick. Suncor is at 1174. Country View is at 1142. Providence Grain 1149. Minneapolis, like I said, that would be the one to go to in the future. I was looking at Burkett Mills because it was like, it hit like 1100 before anything else, and then it just stagnated. So yeah, Suncor ended up being the winner of today's. Where are we selling? We have both doors going, and I'm hoping we can get a nice little chunk of change. So that way it mitigates how much we're going to go into debt, because today is the day I think we're going to bite the bullet. We have no land. We have just nothing to really justify buying cows, but I think today's the day we're just going to do it. We're going to just buy bales until it starts kind of paying off for us, which it's not going to pay off for us right in the beginning at all, because bales are just ungodly expensive. But I think we can make it work. There's a field that I'm looking at, and it's right across the street. It's just a nice small little field. We'll take a look on the map quick. I am looking at field 32. What does field 32 cost? It costs 157,000, which I think after buying all the cows, we could still justify buying. The problem is, as sorghum, and I have a really hard time justifying plowing it under. That's the part that's holding me up. I've been looking to see if there's any other small fields nearby that we could really kind of, consider buying, and there's nothing really. 40 is over here, and it's going to be an expensive one, 366,000. So I think we are going to end up buying this field, whether it's later in the season or today. I'm not sure. If it's today, we are 100% just plowing that sorghum under and taking the loss on that. But I don't know. Like I said, I have a really hard time justifying plowing under a free crop, essentially. If it comes to the field, you might as well get the money for it. But, so we have $56,000. We just finished... Actually, we could stop him. We just finished this contract, I believe is another $14,000. Perfect. I see one for $21,000. We're going to accept that, especially now that we are going to be trying to supplement all of our feeding, our animals we're going to be getting with purchased bales, which is not, like I said, it's not cheap whatsoever. We're going to need new equipment. And yeah, we'll just see where we end up today. It's kind of just a going to be a fun day of spending a lot of money, and then at the end of the episode looking back and wondering if we did the right thing. But yeah, as I've said, I think in previous episodes, is it really farming if you're not in crippling debt? I don't think it is, so it's about time we get that crippling debt going. So let's, we don't have any tractors at the farm. Let's bring this one back. And I will see you guys when we get there. Alright guys, we are back at the farm. I think really all we need to buy is the bales, which we will figure that out in a minute. A TMR, which I'm looking towards just the cheapo Kuhn RA142. Holds 11.9 meters cubed. That's about the cheapest, most affordable one. The only one even close to it, I think, would be this one. It's twice the size, twice the price. Very tempting. We might end up getting it. I'm not sure. So let's go buy our cows first. Let's see what we need. And I want to buy the fully matured Holsteins. I want to get 50 of them, and that's going to run us $82,000. So we need to take about $10,000 in loans right off the bat, and then we'll see where we need to go from there. So we will borrow $10,000. We are down to $70,000 in debt. No big deal. I'm not too concerned yet. Oh, my mental math wasn't working. Let's take out another 5,000. Now let's buy. We have 50 Holstein that are ours. Look at that. There they are. Read or weep, haters. I don't know what to tell you. We got 50 cows. Let's go. All right, so next we need to get our equipment delivered. So, like I said, we are going to need a TMR. And I'm thinking, let's just, while we're spending money, go big or go home. Let's take out $50,000 more. And buy the bigger TMR right off the bat. That way we're not running into problems when we start expanding even further of not being able to hold as much. Let's get rid of the license plate. We don't need that. Nope, we don't need any of that. I don't think we need anything fancy schmancy for this. And I actually kind of like this. We're gonna spend the extra 360 bucks. Let's spoil ourselves a little bit. So we have our TMR, we have our cows. Now we need something to load the TMR. I'm thinking a skid steer should be able to do the job initially. And then further down the road, maybe a wheel loader, but I'm hoping a skid steer will do everything we need it to and possibly more for now. Let's back this into position. Let's buy skid steer first. Let's figure out what we need for that. There was one I had in mind. So we'll just back this up right next to the fertilizer. Perfect. And for skid steers, let's just buy. Actually, let's just look at them quick. Skid steers. I'm thinking the Bobcat, just because I grew up with Bobcat. I'm a Bobcat fan. And I don't think there's anything fancy we need for that. Just the regular old yard tires. No tint. We don't need a beacon. Let's take the plate off. And then I'll come up to 25,000. I think that's about as small as I'm willing to get, just because this TMR is a little tall, and even I keep saying John Deere, even the Bobcat may struggle. So let's pull out another 35,000 maybe, just because we need bales as well, so... Let's do another 10 just to be safe. How much are we in the hole? We're at $165,000 in the hole now. It's getting a little. I'm starting to get that like kind of buyer's remorse feeling. So let's buy this quick before we start second guessing ourselves. Let's buy just a standard bale spear. I think should do the trick. Yep. I want to get it in red so that way we never lose it. It's a quick little pro tip if you have a lot of stuff on the farm, buy it in as semi-realistic but still bright of colors as possible. That way, when you start placing things in random spots because you're out of a room, you can still find it. Let's just make sure this thing can reach this high. Oh, yeah. We'll be able to finagle our way into that. That's perfect. We're going to buy small bales right off the bat because they're cheaper, and I think the skid steer will be able to handle it better. So let's buy those quick. We will buy... We're only going to buy 2 of each thing quick. I think we're going to go with round bales. Buy 2 round bales, and then we'll buy 2 silage bales. And another reason why I'm not too concerned yet is just because we still have plenty of fertilizer contracts to go, and that's a whole nother topic I have to just cover yet today. Is I think we're changing our fertilizer operation to be a little bit more... It's going to take longer per field to do, but the fertilizer contract, or the fertilizer spreader itself, and I cannot get this thing to do what I want. There we go. The fertilizer spreader itself that I'm looking at, I think will be better in the long run. I just want to get this open. We will drop 1 hay bale in there. I think we should be able to do a 2-to-1 ratio, and it should work out pretty well, if I recall correctly. And if you're driving real skid steers, by the way, do not drive around like this. This is about the most dangerous and dumb thing you can do. But in Farm Sim, it's whatever. So we will drop... Let's see, we'll actually check our ratio quick. I would assume this would be, yeah, considered TMR. But I would like to get a little more silage in there. Actually, let's not load it with silage. And let's just do this, because hay, I believe, if I'm correct, is, yeah, cheaper. So it makes no sense to run more silage than hay if we don't need to right now. And the gate is over here, and I've never actually fed in this farm, so we're going to try to figure out where that is. And then after that, I would like to buy a straw bale. We're not going to run straw on our TMR yet, just because we're just trying to save money right now. But I believe it's going to be in this, yeah, this bunker with no wheels on it. I really wish the bunkers actually worked, like with this trailer here. I really wish it worked and you could pull it around and use that. It's just a mobile feeding thing. That's what we did on our farm and our pastures. And we are doing our first feeding on our cows. Like I said, we need to buy some straw. Let's go over here. Let's move these 2. This is going to be kind of a messy setup for a little while. I could probably store these somewhere, but we're just going to load it up right away anyways. And this bobcat is struggling with these 2 bales. There it is. There goes the tip. But yeah, so big day on the farm, guys. Big day on the farm. And we're going to buy... let's just buy 2 of these right away. And I don't know if soybean straw... I think soybean straw on this map is literally just for selling. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get much use out of our soybeans other than just the extra income like we initially planned on this season. Let's take a top bale and let's head out to the pasture and give them some bedding. And that should give us some happy cows. I'm going to have to see how much... Ah, we forgot to take the license plate off this thing. But I'm going to have to see how much they eat in a day. I think we're going to give them that second load just to be safe. But, yeah, it should be pretty much as easy as that. And then we'll talk about our new fertilizer plan that I have. as we try to grow and expand our various businesses now. So I believe this is where the bedding goes, even though this is just another feeding rack. I thought this is where it went. Maybe not. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Oh, there, okay. There, it took it all. So let's head back out and fill it up one more time, and then I will show you guys what I'm looking at. And that cow is on top of our TMR. I've never seen that before. As you guys can probably tell, I'm pretty excited about this. I feel like we've been working really hard. The series was I was kind of just grinding until I could kind of get over that hump of, like, starting to really have fun with the series, because I've been having fun with it, but obviously when there's more stuff to do, that's more fun. So I'm very excited to have a new thing to try to work towards. So let's get these ready. Actually, we can honestly probably just bring these out there for it. And that's as far back as it's gonna tip. Oh boy. This might be a bad idea. There we go. Much better. And yeah, so with cows, obviously, we're still going to have to look into buying another field. And I think we're going to still buy that one across the road. And this was a dumb idea. But I think we're going to buy that one across the road. Possibly later in the year, try to get that sorghum off of it. And then turn it into a grass field. And that'll be for hay and silage will probably alternate. And then cows should be fairly self-sufficient and self-contained. I don't foresee us having to do really too much else. The field next to us, our actual owned field, 35, that's probably going to be corn next year and get turned into corn silage, obviously. And then we're going to just keep renting 43 for now. We'll unload this again. As far as fertilizer goes, so I do want to keep up the fertilizer business. I think I was in the last episode I said we were going to possibly switch over eventually to liquid fertilizer. Well, I had the idea. I have this. This is far, far more accurate to what they'd be like, what we use around where I grew up, which is very similar to what they would use in this area of Iowa and Wisconsin. So they have this, and they have an 8,000 liter capacity, which is quite a bit more than what we have now. We have like 3,900, so pretty much double. 3,500, but it's only 12 meters width, but it's like 1 mile an hour faster. So I'm looking at this paired with a tender, which would be in the auger wagons, a nice fertilizer tender, which would be this with this extension on it. So we'll be able to hold, I mean 11.5 meters cubed. I'm not sure what that comes out to. I think it'd be like 11,000 liters. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we'd be able to follow with another tractor with this bad boy and have a pretty like self-sufficient, nice contained setup going. This is very accurate to what small farms use, because we had this almost exact box. I think ours was with no extension on it, and we used it for fertilizer in all of our planters, all of our fertilizer spreaders, everything. We used this thing, and then we used this fertilizer spreader, almost this identical fertilizer spreader as well. So I think it's gonna be a fun setup. I think it's gonna be a little bit more realistic, probably a little more time consuming, but I'm not too bothered by it, just because now that we have cows, there's gonna be more to do. But I think if we get another tractor, have a nice 3 tractor setup, like I said, 2 tractors on fertilizer and 1 tractor doing just other farm duties, I think that'll work pretty well. And then once planting season comes, or harvesting season comes, we just kind of pull 1 tractor maybe from the fertilizer setup, and then put them into another hauling roll. So I think that's gonna be the plan. I don't think it's gonna turn out too bad. I do think that this tractor is going to have to obviously be on that fertilizer tender if we buy it, or not the tender, the spreader, just because it's going to be far heavier than this thing. So I think it'll work out pretty well. I'm not sure how Courseplay is going to handle it. The benefit of this is Courseplay really has no struggle just because it's hooked up straight to the 3-point hitch, and there's not really much else to worry about. But like I said, I've done very little with Courseplay on a trailer, so I'm worried that it might not be as easy to automate. But yeah, I think that's about it as far as future plans go. Like I said, other than buying that field across the street. Where did it go? How much was that? 157,000. We could probably honestly buy it right now and just have it. And maybe that's worth it. I'm not entirely sure yet. We still have to buy our land data for our field. But, I don't know. Maybe that's next episode purchase we'll spend a ton of money on. But I also have automatic milk sales on. So that more simulates a milkman coming and picking up the milk versus us having to haul it, which is far more accurate to a small farm. Especially around here, small farms don't haul their own milk. They get it picked up by the actual company, like a third-party company. So we have that going, so that'll be a milk sale at 6 a.m. every day. So that'll be a nice little daily income we have to look forward to. I'm very excited to see what we get, which will probably be the next episode, because I think that's about it for today, you guys. There's not that much to do. We're going to back this guy up and get him on another fertilizer contract, and he's just going to keep on working. Like, the fertilizer spreader is just going to keep on working on and off camera, mostly off camera now, because, like I said, there's getting to be more and more things to do. So we're going to have him go to whatever field that was near us, 33. And, yeah, that's going to be it for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below. Sorry this was a bit of a light content episode. There wasn't a lot going on, but it was also a huge episode for us in the fact that we finally got cows. So that's going to drastically change the makeup of how this whole series plays out. I hope you guys are happy with how this series is going. I'm having a blast recording it. I'm having more fun on YouTube than I've ever had. I've gone in on and off streaks on YouTube since 2010. And this is by far the most fun I've ever had with it. I hope you guys are enjoying. And yeah, if you are, hit that subscribe button and like button. It means a lot to me. It helps the channel grow. I put a lot of work into these videos, actually. They're more work than I've ever put in on YouTube. And like I said, I'm just having a blast with it right now. So if you guys are also enjoying, feel free to support the channel by liking and subscribing. That's going to be it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.